All right, awesome. We should be live. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Logical, and today we're going to be working more on the farmhouse, and we're going to do a little bit more of scripting the main quest and a bunch of other stuff for the map. So welcome out, everyone. If you're watching this in the future, welcome to the VOD. It's going to be a good one. We're going to get a lot of work done today. I did push stream back an hour. I do apologize for that. Had a bunch of stuff going on. Planning out a vacation for next month. I was talking to my friends, had to make a whole itinerary of stuff to do. So that was the main reason why I was late. But it's all good. We are here now. So welcome out, everyone. It's a good loading screen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's just jump right into it. So what I wanted to do first is go over what we did yesterday. So I linked and compiled the map before stream started. And we're going to go right into the game, and we're going to look at what we did yesterday and what we have to do today. So I'm going to mute my mic, and in the meantime, I'm going to pull up the level design document and get started. Alright, should be good. Full attack media pulled up early. What's going on, man? Welcome out here. So, for the main quest, what we did yesterday was the shovel stuff. So, got that working. Got the axe working. I almost died. This, that. And then the door will open. In here is where the shovel will be, or actually no, pack-a-punch will be in there. Maybe the shovel might be in there too, who knows. Let's pick up the shovel. Still broken, we'll fix that at another point. You hit the dig site, rock will pick up, come over here, we'll throw the rock, it'll shock, and then what we have to do is have lightning strike. It'll go boom, 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 and then when it strikes, these things will spawn, and then you'll have to shoot them in a specific order. So the shovel is just so fucking destroyed. Adam, what's going on, man? Yo, finally made a live stream of yours. Dude, what's going on? Welcome out here. How are you doing? So, the next thing we have to do is the targets. Let's open up the map in Radiant, and let's get to scripting. So, throw rock. We now need to do spawn targets. Bruh, what's going on, man? You ever get the trajectory working for the rock? No, we still have the jank fucking method of it just going across the screen. Rex said he would help me. He's gonna work on it with another person, and if they ever fix it, he'll send it over to me. But for the meantime, it's gonna be jank for now, but hopefully we could fix that. I am good. These for everyone or just Spud? So this is not a Spudly map. This is a commission map by Jay Cook. He sometimes pops out into these streams. He is a reason why we're making this map, and it will be available to the public for everyone to play. Hey, Log. Yo, loading screen. What's going on, man? How are you too, by the way? I'm doing fucking awesome, man. Thank you so much for asking. I ordered an insane breakfast sandwich this morning. I don't know if you guys have a Wawa. Here's the cup. I don't know if you guys have a Wawa where you guys live. I think it's only an East Coast thing of the United States. I don't know if they're anywhere else. But usually I get like a chicken strip sandwich. But this morning I was like, you know, I want to try their breakfast. So I got a bacon, egg, and cheese footlong. But I put garlic aioli sauce on it and chipotle ranch with a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese, grilled onions, pickles, salt, pepper, and it was so good. It was so good. No Wawa sheets though, absolute banger. I've heard good things about Wawa though. Yo, it's so good. I used to shit on Wawa until I actually tried it. Oh boy, oh. I don't know what I was thinking. So we do have to fix these targets, but I don't feel like doing that now. We'll do that later. Let's get the origin of where these targets will spawn. So we'll change the color of these to a nice orange. And we're going to just do in order from 1 to 5, and I'm going to place these in any order. The way that it'll spawn in, it will be the indicator of which ones to shoot first. Because there's going to be, you have to shoot it in a specific order for it to work. I'm eating an omelet right now with bacon, onion, pepper, so good choice in your breakfast. Dude, that sounds so good. You're making me hungry. I ate this a couple hours ago, so I do have a sandwich in the fridge that I might eat during this stream. But we'll see. We'll see. This is actually delicious, this iced tea lemonade from Wawa. Hey, we'll get a little... It's actually delicious. I never had this before. Busy Bob, what's going on, man? Share, man. Bacon slaps. Just crushed Just crushed a bowl of soy sauce ramen. Today is a good day. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. All right, let's do this. So we have the 5 targets. We'll worry about effects later. We are going to get each location of the struct. So just do struct 1 equals struct get. This will be J Cook lightning struct 01, and we'll need 5 of these. This is not the most optimal way to do this, but I know this way will work, and I'll be able to full control over every single one. So I know my code is messy. If it worked, it worked. Do you have any commissions after this, or going back to 10 weeks? I do not have any commissions after this, but before we start 10 weeks, I do want to work on the Brooklyn Nine-Nine precinct map. It should only take me about 2 weeks to build. I'll stream the whole development of it. Simbo, it's good. Shame on you. I've seen it. Simbo, what's going on, man? Yeah, as I was saying, I do want to do the Brooklyn Nine-Nine precinct. After that, might take a few days off. Might take a little break. Actually, no. What will be... I will finish this map. At least a scripting portion. I think this map will be able to be finished by this month. Not totally sure. This month meaning August, not July. I'm sorry. But I want to make the Brooklyn Nine-Nine precinct before I go on vacation. The whole time I'm on vacation, obviously I won't stream. I won't be home. And then when I come back home, might start up the 10-week 10 series map. I have to first figure out how to get the HUD back. I still have the HUD files somewhere in a mega drive on my cloud storage. I have it. I know I do. I need to get that working and kind of rebuild it a little bit. But once that's done, I'll have to literally go back and play some of the maps to make sure the sounds are right. I have all the images that I need for the HUD. But then after that, we'll be right into it, and we'll just make 3 quick maps, 1 a week. We'll finish up the 10 weeks. Maybe do something in between. I might do a little streams of just making assets and stuff for Terra games. Not totally sure about that. And then after that, I'd say around September-ish, September, maybe October, we will start working on the huge Revelations map. And then we'll just do that for as long as it takes. So, yeah. Plans are to take my 240 to a car meet tonight around 7:38, so I'll be dipping early again if you're still streaming then. All good, my guy. Cheeto Tower Extreme just dropped. Are you serious? Wait, we got a comment on Logical's house. This map is pure dog shit. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's check the workshop. Cheeto Tower Extreme. kind of hate that thumbnail. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh god, this is such a shit post. Credits. Oh, I'm fucking credited? Oh my god. What is Peggle? God, that's so bad. Deleted HUD. Is this just the HUD gone? Okay. There is one more comment that I want to check out for Dunder Mifflin. LOL. Cool. Alright, back to scripting. Bro, I hate arrays. I would have much rather type out one by one than have full control, 100%. Lodge got me inspired to work on my map again. Shaking my head. I need to get this thing finished for fuck's sake. By the way, for Struck, get the funk. The get funk is for target name by default. So if nothing else, no need to add target name parameter. I always thought that was a thing. I only like doing. I always thought that was a thing. I had it in the back of my mind that it was good, but and you just have the target name itself. You don't need to define the actual target name because if there's nothing else there, which is exactly what you're saying, I'm only going to keep it and keep doing it for organization's sake, for my own sanity. What about people that just no clip into the supported room? Bro, the workshop is so scuffed. Ice grenade, lol. So for the supporter room, even if you no clip in there, the script won't even run. So you won't, no one will be able to just go through the wall and pick up anything unless a person who is allowed to open it will be in the game. The script won't even run. The triggers won't even spawn. All those spawn, but you can't use them. They'll be hidden. So that's how that works. And we do the XUID method, so that way it goes based off your Steam profile. You could change your name to whatever we want. It does not run off Steam username. So, London Ravens, what's going on, man? How you doing? I actually hate how many meme bullshit maps there are, to be honest. Shit is annoying scrolling through looking for good maps. Yeah, I agree with that. Dude, you need to watch the 8-minute speedrun of Scrappy. Of your new giant map? I think you were telling us about it. I have to watch that. That's actually... Send me in DMs. I want to watch it later. You're good? That's good to hear, man. Great, great, great. So, we're going to wait until... Wait till... Rock is thrown. So, I'm going to put this level just so... Organization. So here we'll do the notify. So we get the 5 strokes. We'll then wait until the rock is thrown and it goes under the water. And then we'll wait a random interrange. We'll just get, let's see. First wait will equal, nope. Random int range. Here we go. So we'll wait anywhere between 2 to 5 seconds. And then we'll just do wait. First wait. Okay, and then we will do the effect. So we'll have to spawn an FX model on the first struct location. And then, well, this will have to be tag origin FX model 1. And then we'll play effects on FX model 1. And we need a lightning strike now, so let's look that up. Nope. 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 I want like a lightning strike. Eli B, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome out here. Sorry, I haven't caught up on chat. I was looking for this effect. Wait, I wanna. It's looping. So I'm gonna have to rotate the tag origin for this to play. Let's just copy this over and bring it into here. We'll pre-cache it, I'll throw it in the zone, and then I'm gonna catch up on chat. So hold on 1 second, everybody. I do apologize. Alright. Still have the video of Noah J playing Dunder Mifflin. Iconic. How do you add XUIDs to array? Just doing to steam_keys equals array kind of array? I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to look at previous scripts that were sent to me to be 100% sure. I need to see Lex play your maps now. Noah playing Dunder Mifflin gave me a headache on the references that he didn't understand for the Easter egg. I know. To be fair, though, the Royal Flush is incorrect. But it's still a flush, I believe. I started playing a little bit of poker, so I think I know what a flush is, but I could be entirely wrong. So actually, forget I just said anything. I didn't watch all the way through because I got distracted by Lex's content, but it seemed like he enjoyed it at least. I remember I loved that map. Lodge knows how to make fun, small maps, which is a rare skill. Oh my god. You doing nothing much, just eating? That's fucking awesome. Hungry right now. Oh boyo. So I guess we can also do struct 1.angles plus. I need to rotate it on the y-axis, so it's x, y, z, so it'll be 0, 90, 0, hopefully. I'll have to look at this. Is there really not like a... Okay, so it is 90 on the Y. And then we'll wait 1 second. FX model 1 delete. Oh my god. A flush is 5 cards, all the same suit. Straight flush is the same suit. 5 cards in a row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. All the same suit. Okay. Thank you, Dad. Alright, we need to do a random weight, which will be a random int range between 1 second and 5 seconds again. And we're going to do this each time. So it'll just be random weight, random weight. And then we do the exact same thing. I could throw this into a function Let's see if this will work. So instead of all of this, we just do struct thread. Spawn targets logic, I guess. Because then we could do all the logic in here. We'll then need to do target equals spawn model. And then target, oh no, we'll have to do, we could play a sound on the FX model. And this will be lightning strike sound. Yeah, that works. Then the target will spawn. And then we'll do wait till all targets spawned. I forgot who it was that was working on some custom perk ideas. To be completely honest, I don't know. The only custom perks that I know of are all done, which are Mad Gaz's, mine, Fear Reaper, which is now Logistical Reaper. And that's it. Yeah, so we could get rid of this, and then we could just copy this. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do this. And then we'll have to set this to be true up here. Okay. And then we'll wait one more second. And then we will do a notify. All right, let me catch up on chat now that we're all done with the logic. Oh, do you know of a quick way to change player stats like health, damage output, etc.? I think there might be something on that in Devraw's wiki, on the T7 wiki by Sphinx. Find the variable that handles it, multiply. Mac and G's, Verko, what's going on? Kane, what's going on? Do you know where the variables might be located, or just look in random scripts till I find it? To be honest, I've never messed with player stats like that before. I've only added stuff to player. So like I'd add variables or stuff like that. So I'm not too much of a help there. I apologize. So I need some help real quick. Got my adjacent zone set up right out of spawn. It works no problem for my first zone. My second zone kills me. but it's all set up the same, and I've gone over it. Any ideas? Made sure the zones are touching and everything, and still no dice. On the debris, do they have the script flag, and is the script flag set up with the zone stuff in the main map GSC? You have to make sure that's all set up as well. I would search Juggernog for health and double tap for damage. That's a good idea. Duffy, what's going on, man? Check your script underscore flag. I'm assuming those stats are all local to the player, so to edit them properly, you have to run your code through the player and use player.var. Microwave. Lizard. Okay, let's get this model. So it'll spawn model, and then actually we'll play another effect on the target. And we can actually do another like explosion type thing. Where did I put here, the electric cherry down? That's a pretty good effect we'll use for this. So the target will spawn, there'll be more electric and stuff. And then it'll wait. Then we'll need a trigger damage for each of these structs. So we'll go to trig, grab another trigger damage, because we need something to be shot at. And it will be the target itself. I could do a damage model, but I mean, this way it works too. This is fine. And then the structs will just target these triggers. I also need to give them the correct names, these structs, so we'll do that now. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. Okay. We could then delete these. And we'll have to also pre-cache this X model. We'll do that now. Throw it in the zone. There we go. Good. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Script flag is on the door and set up in GSC just like with my first zone, which is why I'm so confused. Jose, what's going on, man? I don't want to say the rest of your name because I will definitely fuck that up. Hey, Logical, do you have any idea why no one has ported Vanguard weapons to custom BO3 zombies? Is because it's trash or the game's anti-cheat is hard to deal with? It's a mix of reasons. To be honest, most of the Vanguard weapons are already ported from World War II, and no one cares about the Vanguard weapons, at least from what I know. No one even cares about Vanguard, like porting to BO3. Like, barely anyone has done the perks. I think only one person I've seen actually try to port the perks. The way they set up their models and materials now are kind of different. They use UV tiles instead of the classic UV coordinates. So it becomes a real bitch to set up, because then you would have to not only set up the model in Maya, you'd have to edit the UVs itself and create new materials. Because, like, so for a regular model, you would have a 0 to 1 coordinate space to set up a UV, and it's just a square. And that's where your images, where your texture would be for your model. The new way, new method for games is to save on resources, is to have multiple UV tiles for the same material. Black Ops 3 isn't supported for that, so the UVs just get entirely destroyed, and you'd have to do that manually for every single model. It's so annoying, it's not even worth talking about it any further, just thinking about it. So, and I learned through this by trying it in Unreal Engine, working on Tarek. I did this for one model, and sure, yeah, it saves space, but I'd just rather do it the old way. The door of the KP is on when a higher preset source endeavor might be good at certainly no percent free time again. Try to use the least amount of Harry stuffs. Follow Jaybird's door tutorial. Yeah. Why would anyone want to port the perk? The model could be cool if the perks were good. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say the perks itself would be ported over it. More so the perk models. Because I think they're sick. The perk fountains, they look sick. All the models in Vanguard look sick. Not gonna lie. But I would never do all that work. Is the music too low, guys? Should I bring it up just a little bit? How's it sounding? Am I too loud? Gotta know. Alrighty. So now we'll get the damage trig is get ent self target. Okay, so now we need to go in order from 1 to 5. See, the only thing about doing I mean, this could just be the spawning. Yeah, I don't think we need to actually do all this work. Nah, but we spawn the target, so. You can end. Oh, no, you cannot. Thank you for letting me know that. Like a small tab up with the music? Alright, I'll put it up a little bit more. How's this now? I am a human syntax machine. Alright, I need to do it in order, so do you just post anything up to Devrah? I don't know if you had set categories you drop in there. I'm really hoping to see Ultimus voice lines go on there with the model pack you've got up there. I don't post a whole lot of stuff myself. I don't know how to do Vox, so if someone else does it, then they'll go up, but it's pretty much what's on there is what's on there. I really need to start thinking. I need to think about this logic for a little bit. Just want to share what criteria you guys had for what goes up there. No, we try and test everything that goes up there. But most of the stuff's community made, so if anyone got something to put up there, go ahead. I need this to be done in a specific order. Let me check the design document again. I remember I used to get my stuff for the M.O.A.B forums. There was always weird kinds of shit up there. Yeah, that's the thing about public forums like that, where anyone could post it. This is a privatized website, so anyone can post anything up there, but it might not go to the official releases page. We want to make sure assets that work, 99% work. You know, sometimes there might be a thing fucked up, but we will contact people and be like, hey, you gotta fix your thing. We try and moderate it as much as we can, just to make it the easiest and simplest place to get all your assets. Because right now, besides the M.O.A.B, the archives, there's no other place really to get new Black Ops 3 assets. Alright, you know what? I'm actually... You know what? I could just put... I really wanted this in a function so I could keep doing this, but I'm not too proficient on scripting enough to know, to figure out what I need to do exactly. So I will replace this. What am I trying to do? So I just wanted the damage trigger that is tied to the struct. I would have to give it a script int and check. Wait, no, I can't do that. Okay, so I'll do a while loop in here. Right. We will do a variable level dot jcook level targets shot equals 0, right? We will then the trigger will wait until it's triggered. Wait till trigger player. If the dtrig.script int is equal to the number of targets shot, this works. This will work. If it's equal to the target's number of shot, we can then break it. If it doesn't equal, nothing will happen. Once it's broken, we'll play an effect on the target, a little explosion. So now we need an explosion effect. Just something small, nothing crazy.
So funny. A lot of people are afraid, and there's not a thing you can do about it sometimes.
This. Take this. But we want it to be... I will make this actually a new effect. Drag this over. In the FX outline. Wow, fuck, this is a lot. I want to change the light to be... Intensity, we'll do 16. Is it the alpha? No. Anyway, we're gonna take the color white. We're gonna Control C this and pretty much just paste it all on every single one. Alright, there's like a fire. Let me see which one this is.
Bitch, I'm unconfident. Dwellers below me, they look a little funny. Like, bitch has some common sense. While it's on dummy, my
What is this? This is nothing.
I got some numbers there. It's you the intruder, it's so I'ma move on. But feel like I'm Luga.
That's nothing. Why is that there? This will be deleted. Yep, here we go. Save effect as. Throw it in my effects. This will be in JACKPOT. This is target explosion. Take this. It will be this effect. We'll have to pre-cache that. And once I put this in a zone, we're gonna catch up on chat. Okay. Did also want to report Harry's zombie blood crashed my map. Not sure if it's on my end, but they all work except for that drop. I got a World War II texture pack released not too long ago, over 70 materials. Reckon it can get posted onto Devereaux? Go right ahead, man. I wish the Devereaux forum was as active as M.O.A.B though. Yeah, but I mean, M.O.A.B was also mainstream, I would say. Not everyone knows about Devereaux. And M.O.A.B was a forum, so Devereaux's not really a forum. There is a small forum section where you could post your assets, and that's about it. But Discord is active. Everyone talks in the Discord now. There's always people in voice chat. There's like almost 600 members in the Discord. Forums in 2022. Exactly. So then the target will play a sound. And then we'll have to this is going to target a soul box. So we wanted a vase. Might have to make my own. You don't have to go to the bottom of the page on DevRaw. It's right here at the top, the little Discord icon. You can just click on it or join our Discord here at the bottom. Or if you go to DevRaw, right here. DevRaw is like the about section. Really want to learn XCams and his are the best. That's weird. Why Cerberus hasn't opened? I guess for now we'll just use these as placeholders. Do you have a monthly devlog update for your Terrac project? I would be interested. Verco can answer that in the chat, but the quick answer is we have a spot on our website. And yeah, we have some content recorded, but not released. But we do have stuff ready to post. We just want more stuff. So we're going to make this a script model. And then each of the targets will target the vase. Actually, does that make sense? I'm gonna need a trigger radius actually, because this is how the soul boxes will work. Just like this, and then we'll have the trigger damage target the radius. Okay. And then that will target the model. Just hopped on the server. Lit. Let me give you a roll. Why this not a prefab? I'm gonna prefab everything at the end. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Everything's gonna be prefab at the end. I feel caught up on all the logical lore now. Alrighty. So let's set this up. So the target will explode. We'll then have to spawn another model. And this will be Soul. Spawn model. This will be tag origin on the self origin plus, not self origin. I guess, yeah, we could do self origin. And then we could wait a frame. Then the target will delete. So after it explodes, it deletes. And then the soul will spawn 0, 0, 32. So it spawns 32 units above the Struck's origin. And then we will play FX on tag, soul, tag origin. And we're gonna need a trail. So what's a good trail effects? I think... No. No. This. I want this. But I want this to be white. And we'll do that for all of these. Color, 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 and color. And then the dynamic light. Light intensity 16. Light radius will do 250. And then we'll edit these effects in the map when we get there, just so that we know they look good in game. Bro, the streams are still a vibe. Mason, what's going on, man? How you doing? Can we hit 49 pentillion likes? About to dip early as fuck lodge, hopping a GTA to grind, so I'm hit you later if you're still live. Have fun. Dude, thank you for coming out here full attack. I really appreciate it, man. Yo, we're at 20 logillion likes right now. That's fucking crazy. I want to change up the music a little bit. We've been listening to home people. It's time for some lo-fi. The music's a little loud though, so we'll turn this down. There we go. I will like the video if Virgo shows me his lizard. That's up to him, man. And then we'll take this and we'll put it here. We will then pre-cache it. You'll then throw it here. I actually am thinking that this might be too long. We'll do 1 to 3 seconds. Okay, so the soul spawns. Soul move 2. Then we will move it to this. So we're gonna have to get the target. You heard of stream beats? I have not. What is that? Due to reasons unknown, I must leave the stream immediately. It's not related to my secret lizard. Okay, okay. I want to move it to the vase, so I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do some stupid shit right now. So, we will do area equals get ent, and that is the D trigger target. And then the vase is get ent area target. And we want it moved to vase.origin, and we want it to move there in 8 seconds with an acceleration time of 1 second and deceleration time of 1 second. I will mail you a lizard. They have quite a bit of songs on Spotify, lo-fi, synth, etc., and they're all copyright free. They're pretty good as well. Nice background music. Okay. Okay. I might have to look into that after this. Lizard donation tier. Oh my god. A lizard. Yo, bro, I'm here. Humvee, what's going on, man? Welcome out here. Okay. So it will move to vase origin. We will then do bro, I just realized I can edit my YouTube name. Bro moment. Dunkle. What's up, man? Who is Dunkle now? If you were Mason Jordan. I can tell by the same profile picture. Wait, we don't need this. Because it will do the first weight. Wait, why don't I just do this? 1 to 4. It'll wait between 1 to 4, and then I'll do the first struct. Then I'll do the second one. Then the third. Then the fourth. Then the fifth. Then I'll wait 1 more second. And then I'll notify all targets have spawned. Once all the targets are spawned, you can then shoot them in that order. Which we will then have to actually increase this. I also need to do the script int for all these damage trigs. So this is script int 0. Script int, this is 1. No, really quickly, I'll just... So 0, 1, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sick. We will then do level.jcook souls moved plus plus, and then if level dot if all of the souls moved is equal to 4, no 5, because it'll start at 0. We'll start it up here. Equals 0. And I'm actually going to take these, throw them way up here. So it will then, once the soul moved, so we'll wait 8 seconds. Then it will increase this variable to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, once it equals 5, if it equals 5, we will then set up the soul box. So I'm gonna need, I'm gonna have to open up another script for this. It was in the Sky Garden script. So here's the logic for the first one. Kill chest zombie. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, throw it down here. If it equals to 5, I guess we could I don't want this to happen on, I guess we could just do a level notify. Level notify all targets shot. Make sure this doesn't exist. Cool. Okay. We will then do level thread JCook main quest souls. Take that and throw that in here. So we're gonna just pretty much copy all this, and we're gonna take out what we need. So soul box needed kills. I'll just set up a bunch of variables here. Will equal we'll do 25 for each. There's 5, so 25 times 5, that's 125 kills. We'll do 20, 100 kills. Okay. I don't want to do this for each fucking time though. I guess instead of a self-notify, I guess we could just do a thread them at locations with a 4 each. That's true. Yeah. So instead of doing if it's 5, we'll just continue. I guess what? Return? No. Shit. I guess just once it's shot, we can just do the soul box. We won't need the soul box moved. Once you shoot it, you can go right ahead and do right ahead and do it. So we will then just set up. We'll do level thread. No, we don't even need to set up a level thread. So we'll get where is this coming from though? Here. Put this here. To be honest, I think I changed my dream job at least 5 times in the last 2 years. Hey man, it's all good. What is this? Okay, I see how I get the entity. So we'll do area, because that's the area needed kills equals this. We'll wait 8, and then soul will be deleted. And then we will... Is the FX model deleted? Yeah, so we'll spawn another FX model here. It won't be, it will be on the vase.origin. So we'll have to pre-cache this. Okay. Oh, Yami, what's going up, man? Yo, what up, brother? Got a question for you. What's your favorite zombie map of all time? It's so hard to... It's so hard. It's so hard to say. It'd have to be between, like, Shadows of Evil, Origins, Die Rise, sometimes I really enjoy. Ascension, Call the Dead. There's so many good. It's so hard to decide. The official AMT, what's going on, man? Hey, Logical, would you have an idea where I can get IW Zombies perk machine models prefabs? Not sure if I saw them on your website. As far as I know, I don't think they're publicly released. You could rip them yourself from Infinite Warfare Zombies and set them up and then just replace the perk machines. Other than that, you can go in the Discord and ask around. I'm sure somebody has done it before. First person comes to mind is GCP, but I'm not sure if he would give those out. A-Rod, what's going on, bro? Kanto, what's happening? Yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's hard, alright. Kowloon was what Die Rise should have been. I'm glad you think like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so after the soul gets deleted, an FX model will spawn, and it'll play an effect. We then get the area needed kills. Kills equals 0. Chest full equals false. We will then do death event callback, kill chest zombie. We'll then wait. Level wait till. No. Fuck, how would we do this? Well, first let's just set up the... There, yeah. We don't need this. So... we do need to make this a level. Level.jcook soul box area. We'll just call it that. Okay. We'll end on chest done. Oh no, we can't do a level because each one would have to. Fuck. Perfect, I'll give that a go. Great stream so far. Dude, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Fake news, Die Rise trash tier. Fake news, Die Rise is not trash tier. Jay Knott, what's going on? Is this the Farmhouse for the remake of Transit? And I can't wait for the remaster of Transit. No, this is a full-on level where we don't have a working name for it yet, so we're just calling it Farmhouse. Or at least I'm just calling it Farmhouse for now. So, oh, fuck. There has to be another way to do this. About to join VC and blow up on motherfuckers about Die Rise? Alright. I'm in the VC. Oh, my cat just decided to lay on my desk.
I'm mid Valorant game, so I'm a finish that first, and then
Okay.
and then I'm a come in and educate people, and by educate I mean call them mean words. Oh, until they realize that they're dumb and stupid for not liking Die Rise.
Okay.
Bad because they're idiots and dumb. All I'll say is this so far. Name one bad thing about Die Rise, and I don't want to hear PhD Flopper, because PhD Flopper was not a problem. I literally have stats to prove it. I have stats that I got myself, alright, fuckers? So tell me a reason why. I'll be back.
Okay. Can I do area thread and then this callback? Can I do that? Can then, because then I could just do self and on. This is no, because self is the zombie. Fuck. Oh, no PhD is what makes Die Rise bad. To be honest, never played it, so I can't give an opinion. Don't say mean words proceeds to shit his pants. There used to be a glitch for perma PhD, I think, because Tramplestein used the no fall damage means of death. There was a way to extend the duration forever. Best map is Origins. If you know, you know. It'd be hitting different. Yo, we went so hard on Origins. I love that. Oh my god. We played Origins so much that we would go into just public lobbies. Do the whole fucking... We'd get both of our stabs. We'd not give a fuck about the other people and just play for high rounds. That was so much fun. Best map, hands down, is probably Origins. Brian the Bear, what's going on, man? Dude, you are such an awesome creator. Don't ever doubt yourself, champion. Dude, how fucking wholesome, dude. Welcome out here. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't think this is possible the way I want it to do. I need like an actual scripting genius to help me out here. So I think what I'm going to do... What's the problem? All right, let me try to explain this as easy as possible. So I have the area targeted within this script for each struct, all right? What I need to do is somehow thread it into this zombie death event callback, because I need to get the zombie is touching that area, and I need to make sure that it's not full. And then I'll add to that triggers kills. And yeah. That's pretty much it. I do need the death effects though. Where is that? There we go. Which part isn't working? I just know. I've tried this before. So right here, I'll zoom in as much as I can. So right here, I cannot do this. I've tried this before and it just gives me an error. And then I wouldn't be able to put it in here to say like is touching area, you know? Or in this case, it would be trig. Oh, we don't need this. Okay, I think that's down to staging. Are you using trigger volumes as functioning soul boxes? No, they're trigger radiuses. Put area before the thread call. So right here, right? So it'll be area thread. You see, I would try that, but self in this case is the zombie. It has to be the zombie. I need like Raptors or something. Jay Knott. I like your custom perks. I can't wait to see what other custom perks you come up with in the future. Ooh, excuse me. And keep up the great work. As always, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Send me your code in Discord. Sure, man. Here, I'll just send you.
Hey, man, I'm still busy losing. I just want to let you know that I'll be here soon. I'm just a bit busy losing. Also, couldn't help but notice that nobody in chat could provide a reason. It's almost like there isn't a reason. You ever think about how crazy it is, guys? Isn't that crazy? It's weird. Dude, this is literally what happened in Squid Game. Oh no! She's hurt. Ha! I'm too good.
I want to keep it in this function though, so that I can the individual trigger radiuses. I don't have to do this a whole bunch of times. It's just the trigger radius that I target from the initial fucking struct where it spawns. I want it to be that fucking thing, and I want it to all run the same code, and I don't want to have to copy and paste it 20 times like I did it for Spudley's map, because I couldn't figure this out before.
You do that, buddy. I'll be back soon. It's 5 to 3.
Okay. In my opinion, the flow of die rise is not only tedious, it just doesn't work. Ignoring the bank, the wait time of the elevators kills momentum, pointless rooms, and terrible steps for the Easter egg. Those are valid points. Let me break it down. Flow of die rise is tedious and it doesn't work? I disagree. I think it works because it's so much different from every other map, and I love the verticality of the scale. Second, ignoring the bank, the wait time of the elevators kills momentum. I could see that, but then it gives you the fucking gotta get to the thing before it goes down, or else you're just waiting, which it kind of does kill momentum, but that's not what the map is about. Pointless rooms and terrible steps for the Easter egg. Pointless rooms, there's a lot. It's like a maze-like, the interior of the buildings. It is maze-like. But I also like the second building when you jump down, the one that's upside down, how open it is. I don't see anything. Every room has a purpose. And I love that. Terrible steps for the Easter egg. Let's see. If you're doing Richtofen inside, the only thing I could see that's terrible, I wouldn't even say terrible, that's just a little annoying, is the Mahjong tile step if you're doing Richtofen side. I've never done Max's side, I've only done Richtofen side. And it's an easy as fuck. It's probably one of the easiest. One of the easiest quests. You stand on 4 things, and then you launch zombies towards a thing. Then you shoot the ball with the sniper, and then you shoot the ball with the slickifier. And then you do the Mahjong tile step, and then you melee the fucking thing, and that's it. Boom, you're done. It's a map full of breakpoints so you can't backtrack. An important component to zombies pre-gum and Wonder Fizz. I like that though. It really makes you think about every decision you're making in zombies. It's so much different from any other map, and that's why I like that so much. I'm not saying it's one of my favorite maps, honestly. I just think it doesn't deserve the hate it gets. If you think about a skyscraper crashing into another one, I think random rooms being accessible makes sense. Plus, put area and zombies into an array, then call the thread using the array. Oh. Right, like 7-ish mins to me, that makes an EE boring. That's true. Well, wave-based gameplay and BO2's shitty weapons, it doesn't work as well as it could. I agree. A lot of Black Ops 2 weapons are shitty, and they all sound exactly the same. But I still like the map. If it was in BO3, I want to see it remade in BO3, like an actual good remake. I don't want no shitty fucking Greyhound, Husky Rip, where the textures look like ass. Nah, I want full functionality, full custom HUD, custom perks, PhD, fucking no jumping jacks. Fuck those things. It's the only part of the map I don't like. Jumping jacks. Only because I always go for the free perk, and if you fuck up, you're dead. But you get a free perk? So, loading screen said put area and the zombies into an array, then call the thread using the array. You see, I don't know arrays, so I don't know how to do that. Let me see if Raptros would help me out. Would defining the zombie not work? I don't know. This is the only way that I've ever done soul boxes, where it would register a zombie death event. Because once the zombie dies, you then run the run the logic of is it touching the trigger and stuff like that. I just said trashed here to mess with him. There's a lot of bad with the map, but it made you have to play different. I get that. I'll never forget the argument between him and Raptros when they're talking about Knocked. And the whole meme came out where Knocked is an objectively bad map, and they were just fucking yelling at each other for like 2 hours. I didn't even talk. That was an insane stream.
As much as it was a meme, he's still wrong, by the way. As much as we were memeing, he is wrong. And I think he genuinely thinks he's right, even though we were memeing. And he's fucking wrong. His only argument was a random, incorrect definition of the word objective. And he's cringe. It's 9-3. We're about to pop off and get out here soon, and I'll be back to tell you guys all about the great things of Die Rise. Also, I know whoever said it earlier was shit posting. No, like a lot of people usually aren't serious. I just like talking about Die Rise because it's a fucking sick map to talk about. I'll be right back.
Self equals level.zombie. That way it wouldn't be called. You could just do area. Oh. You know what? Before we continue doing this, I want to make sure all this works. So we're just going to, whoops. Okay. We're just going to do it here. End it here. I mean, not end, you know what I mean. We're just going to see if it works up until this part. Excuse me. Holy shit. So, if everything goes as according to plan, after you throw the rock, which will be here, it will then spawn the 5 targets, and each target will do a thing. Fuck, I hope this works. There's nothing that needs to be called, right? No, I think it's all set up. All right, we're gonna just try this out. Sheesh! I hope this works. Who's just a kick in the balls, and thanks to you, we have Fizzy Fighter, Fighter's Fizz, which is the new version of Tombstone and Who's Who. Pretty much. It is a little broken though. I still have to fix that. Oh my god, I remember that stream. That was the best debate ever. I was dying. It was so fucking funny. The method sounds plausible so long as you clear that zombie variable, because it would be overwritten and multiple dying zombies at once would break it when they die simultaneously. That is true. We got an error at 617. No longer an error at 617. Holy shit, I didn't know you could comment out like that. I put comments on each line. Nice. What?
We got them to surrender, so we got it a lot faster than I assumed.
Nice.
So, how about that Die Rise?
How about that Die Rise?
How about that Die Rise? Man, you know what I love about Die Rise? The Slickifier. You know? Slickifier is kind of sick. Am I right or am I right, fellas? Literally the best wonder weapon in all of COD Zombies history.
You're just saying this to piss everyone off.
It's actually true though. Isn't it literally like statistically the best? Like at least statistics wise, like probably not like the most loved, but
statistically,
like,
I think so,
like
because it does an instant kill.
Statistically the best.
And it could chain.
Apothecon, but its ammo is so shit.
Wait,
that's the thing. That's why when people say statistically, they're meaning more than just killing over time and stuff. Because Apothecon is great, but it doesn't spawn drops and it has very little ammo. So if you exclusively use it, like you're gonna pop off and kill everyone, but then you never get ammo back. Alchemical, that is true. That is true. I guess that is fair. But I never like to take gobblegums into account because it's not really that the weapon's good, it's that a gobblegum is good. Therefore, it makes a weapon viable. That's the whole point of gobblegums. That's why I never take them into consideration when we talk about stuff like that.
Dgent, what's going on? What are the differences between making BO2 plutonium GSC files for custom scripts and BO3 mod tools? Trying to learn making stuff made in gun game GSC and PhD GSC for BO2. To be completely honest, no idea. Never fucked with BO2, so I can't help you there. Very sorry for that. All right, back to what you were saying. Oh, J-Not, you're peacing out. Be good. Thanks for popping out here, man. Appreciate it. I gotta mute my mic.
Yeah, if you need a gun to use it, then it isn't good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I wouldn't say that because it still is good, obviously, but it's just like the whole point of gobblegums is to improve areas of a game, sometimes to an unfair level. So I never like to take those into account when we are debating statistics on a gun and stuff, you know what I mean? But can it spawn drops? I don't remember if it could. I could have sworn it couldn't. I know for a fact like the thunder gun can't. So it'd be weird if a black hole gun somehow can't. As your opinion, that's okay, but that's not my favorite wonder weapon. Mine's the other axe from Cold War. Oh yeah, this liquefier is not my personal favorite. I've never really considered what my personal favorite is. Probably the DIE machine. Because it's literally Jet Gun 2.0. It's what the Jet Gun should have been. And I think it's sick.
It is pretty sick.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's like my personal favorite. Just like at a statistic level, I'm pretty sure it's literally the best because of all of the different things that deals with damage. Ammo is good. And because you're constantly with dog rounds, you never have to worry about ammo really. Then pre-patch, that's a whole different beast as well. Still amazing, you just can't rely on it. Yeah, eventually you'll never be able to rely on something. That's true for anything. Actually, no, I think this liquefier was still pretty reliable in high rounds still.
I think
people
the
were
Wonder
able to
Waff.
camp in that one elevator shaft back during the I don't know if it's still a glitch or not, but that one elevator shaft you can camp in where the zombies are constantly spawning super quickly. And it's just insta-killing everything, so it just never ends. No matter what round you're on.
I'm pretty sure the Wonder Waff does infinite damage in BO3 forever.
Yeah, but it also can only chain a certain amount. Like, it can't even kill a whole horde.
That's true.
And then... But it also does allow drops and stuff. So, I think it is good. But to be, like, one of the best, I don't think that's really a argument to be had. Then high runs will rev quite a bit and got drops from it? Really? Interesting. I've never known that. I could have sworn it never did drops, but I obviously you're more qualified in that than I am, knowing that.
No.
Damn. Cringe compilation. But yeah, dude, fucking Liquefier's a beast. I also hated, this was one of the things I hated when they, like, the whole Die Slander shit started happening. People literally cannot come with a genuine reason for why Die is bad. That they give, like, the two good reasons, and I will totally submit to that. But then they, like, always try to find other things to actually make it seem like it's this awful map. Like when they were saying, oh, well, the dog rounds is just using Nova crawlers that jump around, and it's like, so fucking what? We've been using dogs for how long, and now we have a different enemy type that changes the entire idea of dog rounds? Like, cringe compilation, LMAO? I'm sorry, it looks like a fucking Nova crawler, but it turned into an accuracy game rather than a shoot a thing that's running at you that has 2 HP and get a free max ammo. You still get a free max ammo, and if you do good with accuracy, or if you exploit things like the Trample Steam or Galva Knuckle melee and shit, you get a free perk out of it. That's that shit that none of the other ones do. I hated people trying to clown on it for that. That was stupid. It was cringe. Could you imagine saying that dog round is bad just because it looks like a Nova 6 crawler? Super cringe. Fall damage is not an issue. And I never want to hear anyone ever complain about it. I will pull out the statistics. I will go into an old document I had when I was testing all of it myself. They're annoying to kill, not impossible. Yeah, they're hard to hit, but they're easy to kill, and they also don't deal insane damage. As far as I remember, they're not like... And then when they try to hit you, they can't hit you while jumping around. So if they hit you, they stop in place on the ground, so you just shoot at them. If they somehow overwhelm you, then yeah, that sucks. But again, you have the Trample Steam and all that stuff to not only kill them quickly and easily, sit in a corner with the Trample Steam, but that also gives you a free perk as long as you weren't shooting beforehand and missing a shot. I would much prefer having that kind of stuff in dog rounds rather than copy pasting the dog round. That's why I really liked the insects in Shadows of Evil, which a lot of people also liked, where it's a very similar concept. It's just target practice, except the targets shoot back, and they can they can actually overwhelm you. But I can completely understand the traversal thing that people talk about. And that's a totally fair thing to say. But that's one of those things where it's like, if they just tweak the map slightly, or changed how the trample steam can affect things here or there, or make it to where you can call elevators and stuff here and there. Like, very few tiny tweaks that would not take that much effort could change the entire map to compete to actually be like one of the better maps in the game. It is a great map. It is a good map. Fall damage isn't an issue. Traversing is not hard. Perk randomization sucks, but people act like it's so difficult to get perks as if there's not a location where you can see every single perk in the map at once. As if no one's going to be already going up to the rooftop anyway. Elevator key, yeah, exactly. If they made the elevator key not perishable. But again, that's stuff that's like, can you blame Die Rise for it, or do you have to blame how the game works? Because that's a fault of BO2's inventory system and buildable system at the time. You couldn't carry multiple items and didn't have a full-on inventory. You could only carry one part at a time. Which I know reflects on Die Rise, but I'm just saying. The very few bad things about Die Rise comes down to make like 3 tweaks. And then the game's, and then the map's just amazing. Keys or zip lines? I don't think zip lines are needed. Because I love the ideas of all the jump spots and then trying to find all the different ways you can trample steam. Because remember, there's so many different trample steam spots. The randomization ties them to the same building. Yeah, Speed Cola and Who's Who can only be in one of 2 locations. If Who's Who's at one, Speed Cola has to be at the other. If Speed Cola's at one, Who's Who has to be at the other. Quick Revive never moves from its spot. It is always that same elevator every time. The other 4 are randomized in that same building. Those all meet up at the rooftop, and 2 of them are easily accessible the moment you turn on power, and you can already see what 2 of them are the moment you flip the switch. You flip the switch, turn right, you see one perk as it goes down, and then you see the other perk as it meets your floor. So the only information you won't have by that time is what the other 2 perks are. And when you ride up the elevator naturally at that time to go up to the rooftop, you'll see the other 2. Or at least you'll see one, and then you like that eliminates 3 options out of 4, so you know what the 4th one is. It's a very basic logic game.
Urko gonna even have time to make Die Rise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never gave a release date for that. Don't expect it anytime soon. I'm not speaking, like, I don't speak for him or anything, but I mean, we gotta realize he's juggling a lot right now.
His internet can barely handle Discord, let alone streaming.
Yeah, it'll come eventually, especially once things in his own life are completely stable. He'll probably be able to start actually scheduling out doing both at the same time and stuff like that. But he's got to finish Transit first and then Die Rise. Hard to think he has time. He's a very dedicated person. He's definitely capable of juggling these things. It's just one thing he has to focus on more than the rest right now, which unfortunately, though he's still working on them, he has to put Transit and Die Rise on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Because one is like a obligation to the community. The other one is a obligation to, well, his own company. But yeah, I don't think zipline should have really been a thing. Literally, if they just made it to where like certain, because I really liked the idea of once you go down a certain way, you couldn't go up. But the only building where that happens is the spawn building. Once you go down in the spawn building, you have to keep going down until you jump across to go to the other building, and then you can go up and down in that building as much as you want. But the only thing I think that sucked about it was after you set up, you didn't get the opportunity to just like start being able to traverse up and down in the broken building, which I understand the design reasoning behind it. It's because it's a fucking building that snapped in half. It's not like elevators can suddenly start working. But they could have tried to do something where once the power was on, the elevator, an elevator would try to move, and it would like smash through some places, which gives you another avenue to go up, or anything like that, where the moment you turn the power on, something would have happened to snap some stuff over there to allow you to go up. But at the same time, that's also why Who's Who existed. Which Who's Who is a goated perk. I hate people shitting on it.
What?
The only thing I can say is like Who's Who fucking does what?
You keep your perks if you revive yourself?
With Who's Who? You keep every perk with Who's Who when you revive yourself. And then if you don't think you can revive yourself, you could just go to the Who's Who perk machine, buy Who's Who, and then you'll ditch your old body and replace it with your Who's Who.
That I did not know.
Yeah. There's also a third function that I can never remember. But basically it's like, it's all a risk versus reward type of thing, which especially works in solo when you're out of quick revives and stuff. But basically that's why Who's Who exists, is that if my friend and I are both the only people in a game, and I'm training in the bottom, like in one of the lower floors, and he's training on the top floor, and he dies up on the higher up floor, I can't walk up to him. I have to go all the way down, loop back around, wait on an elevator, come back up, and then jump across and get to him. Which isn't impossible, because I've done it plenty of times, but it can be a stressful situation, especially in the higher rounds. But that's why Who's Who exists, because if your friend has Who's Who, he's gonna spawn super close. I've heard people randomly complain about Who's Who putting you in like shitty locations and spawning you in terrible places. I have never spawned more than like 8 feet away from myself, which if I'm surrounded by a horde and die that way, kind of sucks. I agree, but at the same time, it's fucking COD Zombies. You just turn a corner and walk in a circle, and then bada bing bada boom, you're back with the same horde you just had without any obstacle in your way. You just stuck with a pistol. But if you revive yourself, you get to keep your perks and shit, and that's great. And that can solve the issue of in co-op where you're not able to make it to your teammates all the time. That was something BO2 did that was pretty sick. Every single perk in their maps basically solved the problem their respective maps kind of had. But that didn't make them bad, because they were useful in any other map if they decided to. They just never did. And yeah, what Kane said, you can reach all of the perks on like 2 floors. Literally, the main 4 are on the rooftop that you can get. And then the other 3 are accessible the moment you jump across the roof to the other room.
I think that was the biggest issue, is just you spawn in with nothing and a pistol.
Who's Who should not be pistol. True risk and reward is good, but once again, for a new player, that's too much. Well, yeah, that's fair. But I mean, I hate to be the type of people that say like, just get good, lol. But like, Who's Who isn't a perk for new players. Like, it's the same shit with like when I'm a brand. When I'm a brand new player and I get Jug, it's not going to make me suddenly get any better. It'll save me a bit. But if I'm truly bad at a game and don't understand how to train and stuff, I still will die pretty quickly. Which again, I know is a completely different thing. One just simply increases health to help you, and the other is like a whole risk reward thing. But if you don't want Who's Who, don't get Who's Who as a new player. Or get Quick Revive if you're playing solo, and then just die after your 3rd death. Like it's not a... I don't think the viability or how good a perk is should be dependent on whether or not a brand new player or just a generally new player can be good with it. Because if a player's not new but they're a casual player, Who's Who isn't difficult to use. Obviously, if you're a veteran player, you're way fucking better and can abuse it a lot more, but that doesn't matter. Let's go, it worked!
Alright, sometimes the effect doesn't spawn, the fire effect.
It is. You run out of self revives. Who's who? That's not. I swear that's not a thing. If you do, you can do your quick revives and then you can who's who, but I don't think who's who actually has a limit. I don't know if you're telling the truth anymore, Eli. I believed you earlier, but maybe I shouldn't have. Oh wait, no, I think it was loading screen earlier that said the. I don't know who it was that said it.
Who's who doesn't have a time limit? I always thought it did.
No, it has a time limit. It has the bleed out time, but it's it doesn't have a limit for how many times you can revive yourself. I think it's an extended bleed out time. I can't remember though. I don't want to say that's true. I've always felt like it's longer, but that's probably because I'm suddenly the player running around rather than waiting around. Does it, like, should who's who not be a pistol? I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's the perfect perk. You could probably change things to make it better, but in its current state, I don't think it's bad at all. Obviously, you could do stuff to make it better, but that's a whole different kind of debate rather than whether or not it's a good perk. I think it's a really good perk. No, you were saying when you run out of self revives, you can get who's who? Yeah, you can. After you use all your quick revives, you can get who's who. I did that all the time in solo. Custom perk and rainy day was a better who's who? I need to play it to know. I don't think I've played it. Earn a second chance, but not too easy. Yeah. Which is why I can understand why people say not, like, maybe not a pistol or at least some sort of progression with the gun aside from... Because, again, you got to remember, you can still buy all this stuff. Like, if I have who's who, I can buy an AN-94 and stuff or hit the box and gamble for a wonder weapon and stuff. Yeah, it's not exactly good, but the point is, anyways, you already downed. So... they can't exactly just spoon feed you your own self-revive. That's what quick revive's for.
Oh, got this fucking thing working. It's faded. What's going on, man? Yo, dude, I just watched the first tutorial before going in. What kind of coding do I need to learn? You don't need to learn any programming or scripting for BO3 mapping. It's only if you want to add custom scripts and stuff like that, which is GSC, which is pretty much C++ with different functionalities.
Wait, do you really not need to know anything at all if you're not adding shit?
Nope.
I guess it makes sense because all their main stuff would be prefabs.
Mm-hmm. It all is pretty much.
I didn't know that.
The most you would need to do is maybe edit like your zones, but that's just a single line, and there's multiple tutorials on that.
Gotcha.
GSC is very straightforward and easy. It took me like 2 to 3 months to learn the absolute basics. But now I've been doing scripting for almost 2 years now, and I mean, I'm still learning every day. I mean, this is like amateur hour over here.
Did you see Facebook? I'm sorry, Meta is doing like programming classes or some shit. Like, I think they're mainly web development ones, but I'm pretty sure they're doing like outside of web development as well.
Really?
And then yeah, I didn't actually look too into it, but I clicked on a thing and was looking, and I'm pretty sure it's completely free. If you want to go further with it, like if they want them to help you with like career stuff, or even offer, or like potentially offer you a job, as well as if you want to get certified for the thing after taking all the classes and shit, or taking all the lessons or whatever, you have to pay like $45, which I think is pretty fucking cheap anyway. So I have to look it up again because I don't remember for sure, but it was kind of brazy.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's literally like the most accessible that kind of stuff has been, because every other place is obviously their whole point of business is teaching, so they kind of have to monetize everything they can for teaching, which sucks because there's no real free resource to easily learn unless you're like doing tutorials and figuring it out yourself. overall issue with the BO2 is the bank system. Going down the elevator the first time and see the bank right there really killed the vibe the first time.
Fun fact, the bank wasn't in Die Rise when it released.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't.
I don't mind the bank or the weapon locker. I actually like that. Because, like...
Weapon locker was only in transit, though, right?
Is it? I thought it was in all...
I don't know. See you later, Kane.
See ya, Kane. Yes, you could just not use it, but it's always a small thing to put me off of Die Rise. I mean, it's also in transit and buried.
That's fair.
But
Yeah,
I like having it there.
The difference between transit and buried, though, I get what he's saying, because like I both agree and disagree, because it's a very iffy area, like because in Die Rise specifically, it's awkward. In transit, you have to cross all the way to town first, blow up the bank, or buy a bunch of doors, blow up the bank door, and then you can get the bank. If you do it in buried, you actually have to jump out of spawn, open Leroy's shit. I think you need to, because I'm pretty sure you need to open at least one of the barriers, and then you have to buy a barrier and then go into the bank, and then you can use the bank.
No, you could just go right into the bank without opening any doors and buried. You'd have to do a jump though.
Ow.
When you fall down, before you fall down to the box, if you go to the right, you could strafe jump into the bank.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. But yeah, the way that Rise works is like literally off spawn, you get in the big elevator, it goes down, you walk down the hallway, and then the fridge is literally right there. Or not fridge, the showers, aka the bank, is right there.
But I don't mind that, only because depending on how you play, it's completely optional. And
yeah,
I only do it. I only use the
50-50.
bank if I'm using, if I'm doing an Easter egg, so I don't have to worry about money. Just...
Well, that's why I was saying it's a 50-50, because I get what he's saying, and like I can completely understand and agree. But at the same time, when I was playing, because I don't really like using the bank a lot either, because that's like 90% of the mode is trying to build up after getting points so I can get it, unless it's an Easter egg. But like, there were times where I had fun just like going on Die Rise and then just grabbing fucking 30k off rip and then just opening the entire map just because it was funny. So like it's a weird 50-50, because ultimately it is optional, but I can also understand why someone can be put off by it. It was the same debate with gobblegums for people when they first came out. Like, yeah, gobblegums kind of suck and do a lot of things that pull away the fun while simultaneously sometimes adding fun, but you could just not use them.
All right, Dunkle, have yourself a good one, bro. Thanks for coming out here. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.
Yeah, see you later.
Gone now anyway. Same thing to you, Kane. Appreciate you coming out here, bro.
Is a jump tied to frame rate too? That's weird. There's a lot of weird game mechanics that are tied to frame rate. It's funny. But the what was I gonna say? Shit. Fuck, man. But the thing is, I think part of the reason why I can understand why people don't like I don't know if this is what he's saying, but part of the reason why I, and I assume most others, don't like gobblegum / the bank thing that we just talked about, is once that exists, yeah, you could simply choose not to use it, but when you start taking zombies to a more challenging and competitive level, those completely kill what makes that kind of stuff fun. Like, if you see a Die Rise Easter egg speedrun or anything speedrun, first thing everyone will do is go down that elevator, grab a fuck ton of points from the bank, open the entire map in like 20 seconds. Because that's the fastest route and you have to do that, otherwise you're not going to be the fastest. Oh, which just really sucks.
I think my girlfriend is here. She just got back home. I'll be right back.
Alright. But you lose a lot of that variation because of it. And it's the same thing with people with gobblegums and BO3, which again, I can understand. I completely understand. Where it's just like you don't get to see some of this cool stuff, because a lot of the charm in speed running or challenges or anything like that, especially in zombies, is seeing the interesting routes people take and things that they do especially before a meta is built, just to see how everyone can solve this problem. That's why first room challenges are so interesting to see, especially ones like Verrucht. because everyone does it differently until a meta is found, and then people find the meta, but some people like to optimize it more if it's possible. And then once that plateaus, like, it does look kind of samey, but it's still far more interesting than going off rip and then RNG get a gobblegum first hit if you don't restart immediately and then go for it again. And the moment you do it, pop a gobblegum, and then that's 90% of your run. Doesn't make it uninteresting, because sometimes there are cool things you can do with gobblegums and cool little, like, mechanics involving rotating your gobblegums. But when in comparison to, like, for example, Origin speedrunning using the Boom Hilda using the Boom Hilda's knockback while jumping to speed through the mud and jump over that gap in the tracks for the tank, I think it's like that's so interesting. But if there was any sort of gobblegum or elixir or anything like that that would have been like, don't get slowed down by the mud, then that jump was likely going to be possible to do if mud wasn't slowing you down. And then everyone would just do that, especially if the Boom Hilda wasn't found to do that. There are days having that choice is fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm so 50-50 on it, because obviously it's a choice. So, like, it can't affect me when I'm playing and stuff, as well as it can help other people's enjoyment if they don't play like I do and they like it a certain way. So that's why I don't mind it. And overall, no matter what I'm saying right now, I still don't care for it. Like, I fuck with it. At the end of the day, I fuck with gobblegum still. I don't think I've ever used anything above classics, but still. But then, like,
I'm back.
Sometimes you can't have that choice just because sometimes a meta just gets built entirely around those mechanics. Welcome back. That was one of the most cool techs in zombie history. I think so too. Which, again, that kind of stuff, like, that's what makes speedrunning and challenges so interesting. That's why I love those types of things, because it's always so cool. Like, I don't even think I have to mention Mario 64 and all of its different discoveries and things that they do throughout the runs and in its history. Like, I think it's kind of a given at point that everyone knows, at least to some extent, how deep it goes, how interesting it is, and why it still remains the king to this day. The word speedrunning is synonymous with it no matter who you are. Like, there's just it's always cool to see all these things you can do. But the moment there's a mechanic, or the moment there's an in-game, what's the word? Because I don't want to say mechanic, it's not really a mechanic, a feature. The moment there's an in-game feature that purposely upgrades your shit, especially if it's locked behind a paywall, it gets pretty sucky. Because you start to lose variety of meta and shit. And sometimes some people are screwed over simply because they have to grind to get a loadout or something first. What was the other thing about Die Rise I was gonna say? I couldn't remember. Die Rise is a fucking lit map, though. I don't think it's actually like a great map, but it's a good map. I think it's extremely overhated. Because I used to say Transit was a bad map, but got screwed by like the time and its ambition and stuff. But Die Rise was just bad because it doesn't have an excuse. Then I was playing Die Rise more and looking at everything more. Then I realized there's nothing bad to really say about Die Rise aside from like small little things about map flow, or that's pretty much it. Or like small bugs, but that's more of like a very tiny tweak that could have been fixed easily. .5 to a 7. I'm assuming out of 10. That's fair. I would probably rate it somewhere around there too. Like off the top of my head, if I were asked and I wasn't thinking about every single map and looking at a tier list or something, I'd probably put it up about that high as well.
So we're gonna put an explosion there, and then wait a frame. Vase will then be deleted.
Dude, there's fucking ants.
D-trig will also be deleted.
So true, bestie.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is it will start the souls, right? But then we will wait till in a while loop a soul box is completed. If the script int of the original damage trigger equals the amount of soul boxes completed minus 1, so that we'll have 0, it'll go to 1, and it'll then minus 1. If it equals that minus 1, it will then break and then delete itself. Play an effect. Play a sound.
Interesting. Interesting.
So we need a little explosion effect.
Oh man, can we please use the cow explosion?
It'll just be the same target explosion as before.
You need to make a map where one day, like, every single visual effect is a fucking cow explosion.
That'd be funny.
Every gunshot is a cow explosion. Every explosion of a zombie is a cow explosion. Every grenade, cow explosion.
Oh, it's faded. I was gone for a little bit. I didn't catch up on chat. Thanks, man. Really started learning C#, but it went in blind, so I didn't get much out of that. I think I'll play around with the program, learn the quirks and how it works a bit. And then he said, I'm going to watch a few more tutorial videos. Have a good one, man. If you're still here, I apologize. I didn't read that till just now, but I hope you have a good one if you're still here. If not, I'm talking to myself. It's okay.
Wait, where does Dyrus have a fridge? I never realized Kane said that.
Yeah, I saw him say that, but I don't know where. Okay, I'm literally
And does
going
Buried have
to
one?
Take all this.
Because I don't remember Buried having one either. But I also rarely, like, explored Buried to a point that I'd know. I feel like if it does, it's in such an out-of-place area that it probably wouldn't even be worth trying to store. The only place I can think of is maybe that same church that Voltrade's in. But I don't even know. Buried in Die Rise. Do they have a fridge? Like a weapon storage thing? Like, it's been so long. In the part room? For Die Rise? What's the part room? The downstairs area where the liquefier is, I assume? Or do you mean something else?
Oh, you know what?
Oh, next to the box? I always forget that area exists. That's another thing. That's another thing that I can actually, like, say is a valid issue for people, but only for PC. That slide down to the mystery box on the mystery box on Die Rise on console and shit, perfectly fine. Out of 100 attempts doing it straight, never once did I fall into the void by accident or anything like that. Like, it was physically impossible. Goes on a PC once. To be fair, back then they didn't care about PC, so it's not a Die Rise issue. It was a they didn't give a fuck about the game back then issue for PC. It's weird. It's like they can't maintain your momentum forward, and it's like almost as if it always wants your momentum to be down, so the way you collide with it, you're constantly fighting to go down rather than sloping forward and preserving that forward momentum. So the moment you slide down it on PC, it's like an 85.8% chance that you just fucking instantly shoot straight down the moment you hit that gap rather than shooting across like you're intended to, and then it just game ends you because you're out of the map. So if you're solo, it just ends your game. If you're on multiplayer, you're just dead. Oh, for Buried. A part room? Next to the box. I don't get what the part room is. Are you saying the box isn't like the main area that most people like to lock the box in when they first drop in that little town hub area? where Leroy's to the left. And then you go up those stairs, and to the left there's like a buildable table. And then you jump across and drop down to get the key the first time to let Leroy out. Or do you mean a different box location?
Where's the trail? Here it is.
I don't ever remember a fridge being there. I mean, to be fair, like it's been a while since I would have ever thought to use the weapon storage thing. Like, I literally wouldn't have thought about doing that unless it was like back in 2012, 2013. So, I mean, that's why I wouldn't remember. That's crazy. I guess buried of all the maps would make sense, though. I mean, outside of transit for the weapon storage thing. Because it seemed like what happened was transit, they tried a few things and then thought they worked, but because of maybe like the map scale or something, then they tried not having some of them in die rise, like for example the bank. That plus the map itself just didn't have a bank. And they were like, yeah, let's not have a bank. Then they realized, no, that's not good. And then they buried itself had a bank because it's another town, just western. So they were probably like, let's bring the bank back then. And then they were like, well, now it makes no sense that it's not in die rise. So then they just added it back. Lodge and console. Taking a final right now and have you on left monitor? I feel like that's not what you should be doing when you have a final.
Same.
Behind the main box, there's a door where most of the parts are. I'm gonna look this up. Not that I don't believe you, but I meant like I need to visualize what you're saying. It's open note, we chillin'. Yeah, well, your mom. Did I tell you I didn't go to orientation today, Logical?
You didn't?
I did, but I didn't at the same time. I'm just cool like that.
How did you not?
I don't have my social security card, so I texted my dad asking where it was, and he's like, it's in this lockbox. I'm like, cool, where's the key? He's like, is it there? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I have the key to the other box that should have the keys for this box in which your social security card is in. I'm like, cool, so I can't get my social security card. He's like, yep, not until tonight. I'm like, cool. So I went there anyway, even though I didn't have my social security card, and they told me I needed to bring it. And then I pulled up after riding there for like 30-ish minutes. And after discovering I didn't have my social security card, they're like, yep, fuck off. It's a legal thing. You have to have it. And I'm like, well, that's a bro moment. So I instantly left. So I basically just sat on a bike for an hour and something minutes to just go there and back pretty much instantly.
Oh.
And did not go to orientation. And I technically have my first day tomorrow.
Oh.
Despite not doing orientation. So I have to go there tomorrow and just tell them I didn't go and see what happens. Because I have to go Monday now. Okay, let me see where the die rise one is real quick. Oh, it's literally a fridge in die rise as well. I don't ever remember seeing this fridge. Oh, it's the fridge that you jump. Oh my god, I do remember that fridge. I do remember this for die rise. Okay, now where's the buried one? I had completely forgotten about that. That's crazy.
Wait, where? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
For die rise, the weapon locker. Like
where is it?
So you know how you go down the big elevator off spawn and then you jump across, and then after you jump across, you round that corner to see the 2 showers for the bank. Mm-hmm. Well, before you actually round that corner, literally after you land the jump, literally like 2 inches in front of you, there's just a broken fridge sitting in the corner, and that's where it is. It's literally like right in front of our face the entire time. You just never see it. Or you never pay attention to it. Okay, so you open the door across the box. Okay, now I see what you're saying about the part room, because yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's like a part up there and then over there. I'm saying this as if you can see what I'm looking at. But I get what you're saying now. I to be honest, I don't think I ever saw it in Buried. I think I just always assumed it wasn't in Buried. That's cool though.
Wait.
Some of their conversions for weapons suck. If you put the SVU from Die Rise in the fridge and then pull it out and Buried, it turns into a fucking FAL. That's a huge scam. But if you grab an FAL and put it in Buried, can you get it as an SVU in Die Rise? For perma perks, that's fair. Also, I thought the hammer wasn't Buried. Isn't the hammer in Buried? I swear I've gotten it from the box before and Buried. Because apparently the LSAT turns into the hammer and vice versa. That's weird.
Good news with the physics objects. Oh, fucking sick, Rex. Rex and Chloe are out here. I don't know if I said anything to them before. I'm sorry.
Nope. You ignored them like a monster. I answered Chloe up until she pretended to be excited about me getting the job, so I ignored her.
Fucking hate you, Chloe.
Fucking Chloe. Fucking cheating on your test, on your final, and on your e-boyfriend. Did you see VR chat is facing extreme backlash and is now apparently a dog shit game?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Kinda brazy. Apparently they like added an anti-cheat and then made it to where like 90% of the fucking mods out there aren't allowed in the game, and it like broke a lot of shit and people are mad about it. And then people found out at the same time, simultaneously, they posted a job posting for someone who would specialize in like programming for game economy / crypto.
Uh-oh.
So I don't think they think they're doing crypto. Some people think they are, but I don't think most people think it. I think what they're assuming is that they're gonna try and lock, kind of like what Minecraft does, where they're gonna lock mods and maps and stuff behind paywalls. Which I think is both bad and good. I think developers of certain mods and shit should be allowed to profit, if that's what's gonna happen, but I don't think every single mod out there should be forced to have a price on it. Nor do I think they should have fucked over all the current mods right now just to push that system. Wish I had an e-boyfriend? No, I don't. Yes, I do. OMG, me with an e-girlfriend? Are there any girls in this Discord server? Dude, fucking Eric's such a cock. He DM'd me the image on Discord, and before I even opened it, I looked over because 2 seconds after he sent it, I got a Twitter notification for him replying to you saying thank you for the image. And I was like, this dickhead, this motherfucker. I think it's a funny image. I have no clue where that shirt is though. It's too small and shit anyway, even then. I've had that shirt for years. Plus I'm fat, so It doesn't really fit too well. I usually just wore it as a last resort before I did laundry or something. And then, well, now I don't know where it's at. It's probably in my closet. I just don't know where it is. I wonder how easy it is to develop like extensions for Twitch.
Okay.
Dude, that's just a random side thought. Anyway, what were you saying about the United States government logical?
Everything.
Oh no. Anything
If
but anything but
targets
everything.
equals 4, then souls can start now. So the souls can't start until then. And then I'll wait until a soul box is completed. Okay.
Wait, so does that if statement allow this? So the if statement just before that you just did
This one?
allows the souls to spawn after killing, right?
Yeah. But it only is once all 5 targets are shot.
You mean 4?
Well, it starts at 0.
Oh. Fair enough. But anyway, so the okay, never mind. I was just saying something.
So it goes 0.
Well, I was gonna ask why you didn't just have your condition to make the while statement that the other thing was looping and true. Is that when those or when it's equal to 4? But I realized that those are two different things. One is to spawn the souls. The other one is just paying attention to receiving.
Mm-hmm.
So. He is a conspiracy theorist.
So if it's greater than or equal to 4, just in case.
Chloe.
And then we'll do another if statement. If soul boxes is greater than or equal to 5, level notify all soul boxes are done. So there should be nothing
Lori,
here.
why'd you say haha Kanto?
It's probably cool. All right, we're gonna test this out. Hopefully it works. Where does the death effect go? Yeah, we're gonna test this out. Hopefully this all works now. And we are gonna end stream after that. Because we've been live for about 2.5 hours. I just received some dinner. And I'm pretty hungry.
Let's fucking go! Well, yeah, Chloe, it's been a while since I've dealt with anything programming-wise. It's been like, what, like almost 3 years soon since I've done programming for like the robots and shit. And then when it came to web design and shit, that's even more. So every time I think of shit, I never count with 0 first. I always think of it as 1 first.
Is that loud?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Cat! Hello. Meow. You hungry? Don't worry, you'll get dinner
Oh my
in
god,
40
that cat
minutes.
sounds like me every time I see a girl in a video game that I want to be my e-girlfriend.
Logical
You know what I
hair?
mean?
What about my hair?
It's your hair.
Spawn.
Oh my god, it's such a fucking banger track, dude.
You can shoot it. Shoot it. Sometimes the effect doesn't play.
A wolf is at my door. I feel
Yeah, sometimes the effect don't play.
I see it in my dreams, a world of my design. Forced in lightning reveals it. I found a life that I'm aligned. I hate that shuffle. I feel so strange.
The souls do not work.
I'm everywhere, and that no one was there. Maybe you should make them work, lol.
I wonder if it's because of this. Souls can start now.
Repeat serial suicide. You can't find you and hide. Am I dead? Is it all over? You lead and I'll follow. My tree of life is hollow. The tide has turned into rain. Hi, what's up, Zilly? Or go puppies. I gotta throw this away before Dad gets home.
Oh. Wait, no, it probably did work.
I'll have to. That's probably a good idea.
I just forgot to name the triggers, so they aren't being called. Needed kills. We're gonna make it 2. Yep, they don't have a target name. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3.
And a voice like mine
4.
that I hear in my mind.
5. Test it out. This should work. This should work now.
I peel the fabric back and see.
We're at 30 fucking likes, boys. Fucking get it. Fucking sweet.
Am I dead? Is it all over? Where is my pain now? In my head, it draws me closer. Will it know my name?
When does Letterkenny spin-off come out?
And again, I feel it. Came out 3 years ago. I feel it. I see it again and again.
Shoresy's been out since fucking March, and I watched it like 5 times already. It's so fucking good. So fucking good, bud.
Alive again. Why did it take you so long to say that? Like you had to Google it as if you didn't already weren't already watching it.
Well, no, I muted my mic for stream, so it wasn't loud.
Oh. I'm really here. I'm alive now. I'm alive.
It's only 6 episodes. They're like 20 minutes each.
I'm alive. Now I die again.
Actually, are they an hour long?
Over.
I don't remember.
Where is the pain now? You lead and will follow. A tree of life is hollow. The tide has turned into rain.
All right, now this should work.
Are we dead? Did we cross over? Let's go! That was 3 souls. Hey, yo, these zombies got multiple souls in them or something. That was brazy. Are we dead now? Are we dead again?
Well, it didn't work. It didn't explode the vase.
Did they only need 1 soul?
No, they need 2 each.
Oh. Cringe. Maybe it's because the soul's fucking split into 3. Maybe you just only got like 0.3 of a soul right now. You ever think about that? Didn't think so.
Uh-oh.
How you doing, hey? What'd you do? Did you fucking kill yourself with your grenade? Uh-oh. I see what happened. Damn. Look at that fucking zombie schwalk. Fuck, what's the name of that song? Promiscuous girl. Whatever you are. Didn't think so. I thought that said gonna finish FNAF. See you later, Chloe. Forget it. Ooh. Hey. Ooh. I'm tired of running. Let's walk for a minute. Ooh. Promiscuous girl, wherever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous boy. I'm all yours. What you waiting for? Promiscuous girl, teasing me, and I got what you need. Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point. 'Cause we're on a roll. You ready? Dude, I'm just a fucking lyrical god.
Yep. All right, this is my last test. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I want an opinion on a perk idea. Go ahead and list it out.
I was really confused what want was meaning as well. But if I get lonely, I'm gonna need your help.
If this is a good perk idea, Eli B, I will script it and make a model for it next week on stream.
I feel like that's not something you should do for free, and I'm upset.
Oh, me or him?
You should scam these guys. You should scam these guys. You should charge $500 for just the model. I think that's a good perk too. It sounds like a good perk, honestly.
That's the fucking best perk I've ever heard in my life.
You know what I want, and I got what you need. Promiscuous boy, let's get to the point. It's gonna be great when my dad walks in. You ready? Don't be mad. Don't be mean.
That's stressful. Is the perk being stressful? Makes you more stressed. Screen constantly vibrates.
Tell him the perk idea and make it sound good, or else he's not making it, you fucking piece of shit. Know what I mean? Ooh.
Follow me on my socials.
Damn, dude. Logical. I think that's a good one. I think you should model and make it. Promiscuous girl, wherever you are. Oh, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous boy. Driving me crazy the way you're making me wait.
You know, I think I have a feeling as why this isn't working.
Yeah? What's the feeling? Listen, you have plenty of time to do this, you know? You don't have to end the stream.
Oh,
You don't have to end the stream, you pussy. You could eat on stream while scripting. You could eat on stream while reacting to zombies content.
I actually can't eat and script at the same time for this one because I got wings. And they're not boneless.
Oh. That's a yikes, my friend. Well, you can always react to content. Who was the person last stream that said that's a stream you should do is just react to shit and just chill. There you go. Have a break while eating and you just react to like zombies porn.
Sounds like the life.
The more zombies around you, you get a boost to damage, the less your speed is increased. So basically, Stone Cold Stronghold, but instead of standing still to initiate it, you instead just automatically have that boost depending on how many zombies are around you. Basically, you can kill zombies kind of faster at the expense of you're not allowed to train zombies. Both helping speedrunners and people pushing rounds? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Because if you have to kill them before you can really hoard them up to train. Because when you're getting slowed down, I'm assuming there would be a point, especially when a whole horde is on you, that it would make you too slow to run the train. Which means you have to kill. Meaning that you'll have to kill before the whole train even happens, meaning you'll have less damage potential.
This is the absolute last test, and I'm going to end stream. We've been live for 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow. 2 hours is so much time. Making weak weapons better? Fair, but you'd have to get the perk early. So you'd have to get to the perk and buy it. I don't think it's a bad perk, though. It's just a wonky one. It's an interesting concept, but it's I don't know where the actual benefit could really come from, aside from if you get it early enough in the round.
I'm a little confused on the less your speed is increased part.
I think what he's saying is the more zombies around you, you get increased speed, or you get increased damage, but you get less speed.
That might fuck you over if you are training.
That's what I said, is that it basically means you can kill zombies faster, especially with weaker weapons, which eventually doesn't matter anyway if you go high rounding, because eventually things are going to be too strong anyway, but it would be at the expense of being able to train.
That's a really easy perk to script, though, not gonna lie.
And if you can't train, then they have to constantly be trickling in, which means you never really maximize the amount of damage you can do. Because you can never have a whole horde on you. You can only have the however many are around you while you're killing them in front of your face. I think as its own raw concept right there, I don't know if it would work. Because it sounds like that's like, to me, what it sounds like is exactly what Stone Cold Stronghold was. But instead of forcing you to get screwed over by being around zombies, it's instead just stand still. Basically, as long as you're staying in the same tiny spot, once you stand still, you get increased armor, increased damage, at the cost of not being allowed to move, really. Which benefits people that are camping.
Fuck, man.
Your speed isn't decreased. When the boost would end. Now I'm just even more confused. So the less your speed is increased, but when does your speed increase? So your speed isn't decreased, but it never gets increased. But when does it increase? Like, am I silly and goofy here? Logical? Is there a time in zombies where you get speed boosts? Speed increases?
No.
Aside from when you press sprint.
ICU has when you're low health, below 50% health, you get double speed for a little bit. That's about it. Alright, I figured out what my issue is. I have to kind of rework how this script works, which kind of is ass, but it's fine.
Yay.
I know exactly what I have to do. I'm going to write it down, though, so I don't forget it.
So true, bestie. And it should be time limited to when the boost would end. See now, and that's what confuses me too. So the damage is boosted, but now at a time limit, depending on how many zombies are around you. When does the limit start?
What is going on? All right.
When would the time limit start? And what is speed increase being decreased if there's no speed increase?
Oh, well, you guys are going to have to finish this conversation tomorrow, because it is that time of the night.
Oh, true. Decrease past the normal amount. But there's no increase to decrease from. So you're basically decreasing sprint speed down to base walking. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Special guest Eli next stream. Let's go.
Alrighty. It has been a great stream, everybody. Max, I'm so sorry coming in here late, but I do have a little bit of stuff to do, and we got pretty much the entire Soulbox script working today, which is pretty cool. So far, we've been doing like pretty much a step a day, and by this rate, we should be done with the main quest by next week, and that means all that's left is the mapping and various small scripts such as the music quest and the jump scare and the free perk as well. But those are all easy things, can do that in a day. So I'm gonna leave that here. Thank you so much for everyone coming out here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all my mods, all my members, all the supporters. You guys are fucking awesome as always. And I hope to catch you in the next stream, which will be tomorrow. So everyone, have a wonderful night, day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Deuces.